So Bhagavan is very high war. That means all the qualities. And when the Brigu Maharaj went to test in the Jagya, they had big Jagya, and then they decided, the sages, they say, oh, we have to offer oblations to who? Somebody say Shiva, and I'll say Ganesh, and I'll say that. So he say, I will go and meet all these personalities and then find out who is Bhagavan. So he went to see Brahma, and Brahma, was, he didn't receive him because he was Brahma. He went to see Shiva. He was angry because he said something to Shiva. And he tested all the demigods. But he went to Vishnu. And then in Vishnu, he say, I'm not going to talk to Vishnu. I'm not going to do anything to make him angry or anything. I'm going to give a kick on the chest. I go straight, and Brigu Muni went, and he gave a super kick in the chest to Vishnu. And Vishnu said, oh, my dear Brigu, thank you very much. It was so nice to have your lotus feet on my chest. He became angry, nothing. The only one who became angry against the Brahmins was Lakshmi Devi. And he said, you're not going to kick my lord in the chest like that. You are a Brahmana. Now I'm cursing all of you, Brahmanas, to become poor. And this is why I got the table there. Because I am poor. We got cursed by the Brigu Lila. And Brahmanas always are begging. It's not no money. Because before the Brahmanas were very rich. Nanda Maharaj gave in the birth of Lord Krishna, and the ceremony of Lord Krishna, Nanda Maharaj gave thousands of cows. Prabhupada explained that the real wealth is cows and Brahmana protection. To protect. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmaitaya Cha Jagaitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. To protect the Brahmanas and to protect the cows. Not only the cows. Many people love the cows. In the Indian tradition, when the Brahmanas are there, they say, let's get out of here. They said, the Brahmanas here, let's go. So we have to protect the Brahmanas, and we have to protect, because the Brahmanas are the head. This is the body. We have a head is the Brahmanas. This is the Kshatriyas, the Vaishyas, and then the Sudras are the one who workers. So sometimes the people say, civil engineer, computer engineer. When they talk to Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, he's a doctor, he's an engineer. Prabhupada said they're all Sudras. You know why? Because they are workers. Brahmanas are thinkers, they think. And they protect the society by engaging people in the Sankirtan movement. So the Brahmanas, they guide the people towards the goal of Krishna Prema. And the Vaishyas, they protect, like Arjuna. And we have Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra vacha dharma chete kurukshetra samabeta jujutsava. Mama kaiva. Sorry. Wait, again. Yeah. Mamaka Pandava chaiva kina kurvata sanjaya. What the sons of my son Sanjay? Please tell me what my sons and the sons of Pandu has done in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, which I am very fortunate to be there. I was in there. Where Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita, I was there too, because I live in India, so I have all this facility. And now we have a big Krishna, Arjuna, deities there, and big temple of ISKCON. It's the main place. So Dharma Kshetra Kurukshetra Samaveta Jujutsava. What they have done in the holy place, they were fighting. And Arjuna didn't want to fight. Arjuna said, what are we going to do? And there will be a problem with the society. So it's better that we don't fight. And Krishna said, no, must follow Dharma. So Dharma is the most important. When we live our life, we should be careful what we eat. There's so many sinful food, and we eat. People who works difficult. Yeah. Kali Yuga is Prayena Alpaya Jusavya Kalo Asmin Jugejana Manda Sumanda Matayo Manda Bhagya Yupadrutaha. The people are Manda. Manda means lazy for the spiritual life. But if he is for Bollywood, yeah, nice movie until 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, watching Bollywood. Do you read Bhagavad Gita? No, the Bollywood movie is बहुत बढ़िया है, सुंदर है. So, if we are not careful and we are not guided by Guru and Krishna, and devotees, we will go straight from Krishna. We go away from Krishna. And Krishna was guiding Arjuna. You must fight, Arjuna. That is your dharma. You are Kshatriya. So Brahma, Namo Brahmaya Devaya, Go Brahmaitaya Cha, Jagaitaya Krishnaya, Govindaya Namo Namaha. The Brahmanas don't fight. The Brahmanas only enlighten the people in philosophy. The Kshatriyas fight. Evam Paraparaptam Iman Raya Sor Bidu is by Parampara, by the Rajarsis. Fortunately, we are that at least in India, there's a new government and they are pro, Sanatan Dharma. And they are guiding the people with different cultural programs, and they promote ISKCON. I don't know if you know the government. You know the government, right? So the leaders who promote Dharma, no Adharma. Today the leaders, they say, we love God, but they promote cow killing. They do a barbecue, and they say, this is for God. Killing the cow, and go to the church, and then share the barbecue with the friends and say, we are doing charity. We are feeding everybody. This kind of feeding is wrong. It's not proper. You're killing your mother. The cow is a mother. We cannot kill cows. And I remember one lady one time approached book distribution and say, what do you do for a living? She said, I am Hindu, and he asked me all these things. She said, yeah, I follow Hindu Dharma. And say, what do you do for a living? I work in McDonald's. What? No, not possible. So I say, this is wrong. He say, I never eat meat in McDonald's, never. But I say, you are contributing to the cause of cow killing because you are serving the cows. So one got to be careful to follow four regulated principles. What is the four regulated principles? Anybody knows? Well, let other people say. Okay, one, no gambling. Second,
no illicit relationships.
Okay. Next one.
No meat.
Why you have to be there? You are the Brahmana. Okay. Anybody else?
No intoxication.
No intoxication. All these things, and there's gross Maya and subtle Maya. Gross Maya means all these principles that we follow. You can be a subtle Maya, that is a Mayavadi philosophy, or some Vaishnava Parad philosophy. We have to be very careful. And the internet, particularly, there's a lot of people against ISKCON, especially the gurus and all that. We have to be very careful because these are great devotees that they sacrifice 50 years, 60 years in serving Krishna. And now you're sitting behind the screen and your name is Maheshwari, but you say you are Potolo or whatever. And they say, I know my name I'm not going to give. But and they criticize the pure devotees of Krishna. So Vaishnava Parad is Atimata, is in the Shastras that we can become completely fallen by criticizing the devotees, especially internet is very dangerous. Unless you know, once you know get into these different media programs, they are not very nice for bhakti. So one has to improve bhakti, no the disapprove, no, unimproved. And the only way is to get the guidance from the spiritual master and the discipular succession. We have great devotees of Vaishnavas, Acharyas, and we have to get the guidance. Sunday feast is nice, but it's not the end. One has to get serious in the spiritual life and ask questions how I can get the mercy of the Vaishnava Acharyas. And in that way, you can make progress by guidance. Chanchalai Mana Krishna. The mind is very dangerous. It's like a monkey jumping. So unless you have a guru, Vaishnava Acharya, he can guide you on the path toward Krishna. Chanting rounds is great. Following for regulated principles is great. But the top most great thing to do is get a guru, a teacher. When you go to college, have you been in college? Anybody else been to college? Yeah. There is professor, right? And Bhakti too. He's a professor. Yeah. And Bhakti, now in India, people say, nah, it's okay, I take some prasadam and dance and that's it. No. You got to get serious about spiritual life and you must inquire from the Vaishnava Acharyas. They will help you in your spiritual life. They are professors. You respect all the professors, biology, science, so many professors right there in the corner. And you say, whoa, this is a professor. Oh my God. And when you come with Vaishnava Acharya, yeah, they chant, they are Hare Krishna Wala. So one has to be very serious and take the advantage of the Vaishnava Acharyas. That's the only way that we want to progress in a spiritual life. And in that case of Arjuna, he took shelter of Krishna directly, and he was with Krishna. So he said, Arjuna, you should fight. Simple. He took the guidance. Now, because you are a soul surrendering to me, I can give you the knowledge. So, pariprasnena sevaya, asking questions and follow instructions. Maybe many people say, well, we read the books, and we read Prabhupada. That's great. Then how to apply your life to Krishna? You must take shelter of the Vaishnava Acharyas. Because unless you take shelter of Vaishnava Acharya, you will not understand these books. You will read it. Prabhupada used to say what do you call it? Reading like a parrot. The parrot they chant Hare Krishna doesn't mean they understand it. And one time, and some devotees were chanting. Prabhupada said, "What is this? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram." You have to chant with devotion. And that devotion will be bestowed to you by the Vaishnavacharyas. If you don't take shelter of Vaishnavacharyas, and you listen to the internet and all these uh, so-called Sanatan Dharmis, we have to take shelter of the professors. Just like if you go to college, you are forced. If you don't go to the professor class, you are done. So similarly, Krishna wants you to come home back to Godhead, and the only way to come home back to Godhead is if somebody take you back to Godhead. I was fortunate enough, I was a fool roaming in the Argentina and the streets, and Prabhupada picked us up. He came at the body with a mantra car, and we read the car, and we surrendered. I was 17. I didn't go to go. I don't have education, but I got the maximum education as Krishna Prema, and I travel over the world distributing this message. And by the grace of Srila Prabhupada, we are great devotees of the Lord that they are ready to help you. And Diksha, Siksha, there's two approaches. If you have Diksha, great. But you can take Siksha. I myself consider disciple of all the Vaishnavacharyas. You know, if I can listen to the classes, I get super enlivened. I like it. I listen to Prabhupada's lectures, of course. But it's important to be Trinada Pisu Nichena Tarora Pisa. Once you be in a humble state of mind to understand the Bhagavad Gita, the Sanatan Dharma, the Krishna Dharma, and not think, oh yeah, they have Prabhupada, well, we have this, we have that, we have, all the saints are all nice. I'm not going to mention names, but in the Hindu Dharma, there's so many approaches. Karma Yoga, Stanga Yoga, Jnana Yoga. And we are preaching Bhakti Yoga. So we should be practicing Bhakti Yoga, which is the highest yoga. Sarvadhamam paritya manekam saranam braja. एक प्रकार की धर्म को त्याग करे मात्र मेरे शरण में जाओ मैं तेरा पूर्ण पापों सुधार कर दूंगा तू सो मत कर अर्जुन है ना सो क्या है हम लोग अभी अशक्ति है हमारा परिवार का इंद्रिय कमान स्थान इंद्रियानि प्रकृति स्थानी कल्चति we have all the senses and we are engaged and the senses. Krodha comes why? Prayen alpaja ju savya kalo asmin jugejana. Prayalpa. Oh, कैसा है भाई oh सब ठीक है क्या बढ़िया है देखो मूवी की ना बढ़िया सुंदर है वो देखो ये लड़की अच्छा है वो लड़का अच्छा है. So this topic of Prajalpa and also Prajalpa against the Vaishnavas Acharyas saying, no, oh, he rides in a car, look like that. Prabhupada has a rolling watch. Don't criticize the Vaishnava Acharya because they have a watch or they're dancing or whatever. Prabhupada has a rolling watch, and to my friend, he gave the watch for a Mickey Mouse. You know, there's Vishal Prabhu. He was with Prabhupada, and he showed me the watch. Still, he has it. He has it. Now he died. And Prabhupada, say, Srila Prabhupada, we have surrendered. He was always like, oh, Srila Prabhupada, please. Oh. He was like, different. And one day, something about the timing, he didn't know the time. And Prabhupada said, now you're a very good disciple. I'm going to give you this to you. Plonk, he gave a Rolex watch. And he said, I want your watch. And these guys are like a Mickey Mouse, like $10 watch, plastic. And he gave to Prabhupada, and Prabhupada wore it. He gave a present to Vishal Das. And so, and Prabhupada say, I got millions and millions of dollars, but nothing is in my name. I simply travel and preach. And Prabhupada has now trillions, I think. Now we are in a trillion. In India has 500 temples and all opulent. In America and in Washington, D.C., we have a $12.5 million mandir. In Baltimore, we have a $7 million mandir. Central New Jersey is preparing. Las Vegas, we have another. Houston, Texas, and Dallas, restaurants. So he probably say, I have so many places, but I don't have nothing on my name. It's gone. So this is the Vaisnavacharyas. They organize fantastic festival in Sadhu Sangha. And one might criticize, oh, why are you doing there? The people are conditioned to that state of mind. The Vaisnavas Acharya know how to engage the people. So why they doing in the five-star hotel? Because they're conditioned. They want to be in the five-star. So we have to preach accordingly. We can do different programs. You don't have to be only one program. But the Sadhu Sangha is to bring all the congregation together, people who are in a different state of mind, that they're interested in business and very good life. So come here, very comfortable, and chant for hours and hours Hare Krishna. That is the idea. Nobody's making money with Sadhu Sangha. It's a lie. They always lose money. They always lose money every year. 100,000. Last time I think it was $75,000. They lost the show. But the critics are always there on the internet. And they will say, oh, this is useless program. Why? Prabhupada never chanted in the Sadhu Sangha. Oh, yeah. What? Yeah. So one who is Kanista Dikari, he doesn't know how to differentiate between preaching and not preaching. We think that we should be very humble and do nothing and sleep all day and then go to the internet and say, oh, Sadhu Sangha is bad. It's not real bhakti. So in that mentality, you will never make progress and your spiritual life will be nothing, nil. And I'm talking about experience because myself, I was in that group. But because of the mercy of the Vaisnavacharyas, they rescued me. Then please, by the love and everything, I was able to change the position. This is purification takes time. This is not because I was thinking this or that. It is, you have to purify. I feel right now that I'm getting advancement in Krishna consciousness. How you can tell somebody's advancing? Because he likes the Vaisnavacharyas, he wants to participate, he wants to be a team player, he is in a mood, jolly mood to, oh, this Maharaj, oh, so nice. Oh, the other Maharaj, oh, nice. He wants to participate in all these things. And somebody who is Ramachandra Puri, you know Ramachandra Puri? Ramachandra Puri was a man who used to give law prashad. He has some people, organizer. And Ramachandra Puri was, hey, give them the prashad, law prashad, big prashad, all this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu followers. And when they were eating prashad, they say, you see how they eat. They are in Maya. Look at the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. How he say that he loves Krishna? Look at how eating. So Prayalpa Niyamagraha. To engage in Prajalpa, Niyamagraha, or follow the rules for the sake of following. Niyamagraha, Niya means rules. I get up in the morning because it's a rule. I chant 16 rounds because it's a rule, but you don't feel the love Of course, Prabhupada say, even if you don't feel the love, still you have to chant. This is a rule. One time devotees were coming from a Pandal program with Prabhupada in India, and they were staying until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. So they came from the program and they went to sleep, and they were very tired. And Prabhupada inquired, what about Mangalarti? It being Mangalarti? No, Prabhupada, we came so late. Prabhupada said, doesn't matter if you come late, you have to attend Mangalarti. And then we can, this is Prabhupada's instruction. He said, even if you are tired, you have to come to Mangalarti. And one time Prabhupada said, chant 16 rounds. And the Buddha says, yeah, I chant it. And then you can do a damn thing, whatever you like. Just chant your rounds, and then you can do, later after you chanting, you can do anything you want. Chant the 16 rounds. So this is Prabhupada's mood of preaching and approach. We are very fortunate. The Vaishnavas Acharyas will enlighten us in these subjects. Some of the Vaishnavas Acharyas will preach in one way by Sadhu Sangha. Somebody else will preach Varna Ashram. Somebody will take care of cows. There's different approaches, different flavors to Krishna Bhakti. So you take the flavor that you like. You take ice cream. Do you take ice cream? Okay. So there's vanilla, there's strawberry, the different flavors. There is no any problem with the Vaishnava Acharyas' different approaches. Some people they like to sing more, some people they like to sing less, some people do Varna Ashram, somebody do Sadhu Sangha. We should consider all the points. There's not any problem. So you take the flavor that you like. You like more cow protection, okay, there's a guru for that. You like more dancing, chanting, festivals, Sadhu Sangha, and Woodstock. You know Woodstock?
Yes.
Poland. In Poland, they have a Woodstock Festival of Rock. And thousands of people, they dance and chant Hare Krishna and they take prasad. You like festivals? Yeah, anything you like. So we are very fortunate. Thank you very much for your participation today. And if you have any questions, comments, you can proceed.
What's the best solution for somebody who feels who is stuck in a criticizing mentality? What's the best solution for such?
But Prabhupada said clearly, you have to chant. That's it. You can chant with material desires, akama, sarva kama, moksha kama, mahadani. You want to become rich, chant Hare Krishna. You want to become Mayavadi, good Mayavadi, chant Hare Krishna. One day you become devotee. You like to sarva kama, moksha kama, udarani, trivena bhakti yogena, huh? Purusha, para. So whatever desire you have, you are a criticizer, keep going. Chant Hare Krishna. One day, you will change.
When somebody criticizes, Krishna takes away their taste for chanting. So they don't feel like chanting is helping them. They don't feel anything.
They will help you. They will help you. Chanting is transcendental.